Hello, and welcome back to Nonna Normee's kitchen. Today, we are going to make spicy meatballs. We are going to take some chopped meat, some eggs, some onion, lots of red pepper, and my magic secret spices, all organic. So, let's get started. So first we're going to chop up our pepper, and you see it's very easy. You just go down, 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 and across and across and across, and with lots of little pieces. You don't have to do one by one, and then it takes you a long time. So you go like that, 1, 2, 3, bada bing, bada bang, all done, okay? And we're going to put this in a pan, because I used to just put it in the mix, but then the family said it was too crunchy. So now I got some fussy people in my family. So now I put it in, just cook it a little bit, just to take the crunchy out. So I put in the peppers, and then I put in the onions. Now, for every pound of beef, you need 1 onion, and 1 pepper, and 1 slice of bread, and 1 egg. Okay, so we're going to do 2 pounds. And we're going to cut it up like this. Do that, and do that, and watch this, 1, 2, 3, all done. So we got onion. Come on, onion. There we go. We're going to get rid of this. And I don't know where that little brother is, but he's not here today, I don't think. I'm going to get rid of that. 1, 2, 3. Quick peel the onion. And watch how fast this goes. We're going to make a little cut down the center of the onion. Got to make sure you don't cut your fingers. Okay. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Got to hold it down or it comes up. 4. And then we're going to go quick. The other side will be better. 1, 2, 3, 4. You gotta make them tiny now, because otherwise you may have fussy people in your family and they don't like the crunchies. So here we go. Then we're gonna do the other side. Hold it down here, the knife, cut your fingers. 2, 3, 4. This one takes 5. And then we're gonna turn it around and we're gonna go bada bing, bada bing, bada bing, bada bing, and we're done. Now we're going to take our red pepper and we're going to cut it up. We're going to do the same thing that we did to the onion, so that we can make our spicy meatballs. Everybody likes spicy meatballs. How many people in here like spicy meatballs?
Yay!
Like spicy meatballs, yeah. Okay, so how many spicy meatballs do you want?
10.
10, oh my goodness. You're going to eat all my spicy meatballs?
11.
11, ooh, you're a hungry boy. I got a lot of foodies in my family. And you know what? If I made 4 pounds, it still wouldn't be enough. So, but we're gonna only make 2. And I bet you have some foodies in here. Every family has some foodies. Some family has too many foodies, and the foodie bill just keeps going up and up. That's okay. We love them. So that's about all you're going to do for your chopping. And you're going to put this on, and do not add water. Just let it cook itself. You're going to get a little top for it. And when the onion turns a little translucent and the pepper is a little bit soft, you know it's done. So now we have the hat on it, and we're going to put it on high. And then we're going to wait until the steam comes out a little bit, and then we're going to turn it on low, so it's going to steam and simmer in its own juices. No water. Okay? We'll be right back. So as you can see, some steam is coming out of the pot, which means that we're reducing the amount of liquid in the vegetable. So when we put it together in the meatball's not too soggy. And yet the vegetable is nice and soft. So we're going to lower it now just a little bit. We're going to put it on medium, just to make sure it's not burning. And in a few minutes, we're going to check it. Actually, we can check it now. And as you can see, it looks like this. There's not a lot of water in the pot. But any water that is in there is going to cook down. All right, so we're going to leave it in. The peppers are starting to change color. The onions are starting to become a little translucent. And it needs about a few more minutes. So we're going to lower it, put it back in there. The steam is going to build. And in a few minutes, we're going to take it out, mix everything together. Okay, so now, just always remember that every good Italian cook cooks with a little wine, and she also puts some in her food. So we've cut up and diced our onions and our peppers, and we simmered them slowly so that they're not al dente, so they're nice and soft. And as you can see, there's no liquid in here. And we made them cool off, because what's going to happen, you know, in the end, you have to mix the meat, the ball, and if it's hot, you don't want to burn your little finger. So you got to make this cool off. If you live in a hot place, you could put it in the refrigerator. If you live in a cold place, you could put it outside for a little while. I just put it in the snow. But anyway, so now we're going to take 2 pounds of ground beef, and we're going to put in 2 eggs, 1 for each pound, just like this. And then we're going to put in peppers and onions. And now we're going to put 2 slices of bread. Some people put in breadcrumbs. Some people soak the bread in water, which I used to do, and I do sometimes. It depends on my mood. And some people put in toast. But this is just bread. We get sourdough bread, but you could probably put in anything as long as it's not like cinnamon raisin or something like that. And get it all in now. Try to get it in as little pieces as you can, because otherwise, you know, if there's a big lump that you haven't broken down, somebody's going to get that lump of bread. Probably your mother-in-law, you know, or daughter-in-law, or somebody where you don't want to get it. So you're going to make it nice and little pieces. After you put your bread in, you're going to take some pepper. And some granulated garlic. You never use too much garlic. And you're going to put in a little bit salt, not a lot, just a little bit. And you're going to put in some fennel seed. Now, lots of times you're going to find fennel seed, you know, they're little fennel seeds. But if you put this through your bullet or something to grind it down, you'll be able to sprinkle your fennel seeds so Grandpa doesn't get them in his teeth. And that, my friends, is the secret ingredient. It's a little nonna. If somebody asks, how'd you make it so good? You just tell them nonna. What does that mean? None your business. Okay. And don't forget, we're gonna put in a little bit mustard. It could be any kind of mustard. You can have you just gotta feel it. You know, I don't really measure it, I feel it. When I know it's enough, then I stop putting it in. Here we go, here's a little bit of ketchup. And now it's time to mix her up. So, you gotta make sure your hands are real clean, because you don't want to use rubber gloves. So you gotta make sure, you know, like a doctor, you clean your hands before touching the patient. And here we go. I like to use one hand because I don't even like to use a hand. And oh, this is my friend Stuffy. And he likes my little meatballs. He watches me all the time. Hi, Stuffy. Okay, he's a good dog. Now I gotta wash my hands again. Because I touched Stuffy. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here we go. Now I'm gonna put them in a pan and I'm gonna set my oven on about 400. And I'm gonna squash everything together nice and nice. So when the meatballs are all done, you're going to put some sauce over them. You could make your own sauce if you want to know how to make sauce. I could give you my favorite recipe, my family recipe. Just let me know in your comments. Or you could buy a good jarred sauce. So you're going to serve the meatballs with some sauce over them. And then you're going to put some cheese. Now you could go out and get inexpensive cheese. But this cheese is Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. And it's imported from Italy, where I'm imported. And so as you're mixing, you want to have a little wine. Because soon you got to make your meat the balls and you want to be able to roll them, you know. And you make sure the egg is all mixed there. And these are going to be nice and juicy. Sometimes it falls out. You just put them back as long as your hands are clean. There you go. And you want to turn it around. Mix it up good. Because you don't want to get the meat in one spot. You want to make sure the bread's not in one spot. You want to make sure the egg isn't in one spot. You want to make it nice, okay? All right. So for all you guys out there who want to impress your women, here is a lovely meal. Very romantic meal. You could have candles and a little Italian bread and a little wine and maybe some pasta and maybe some more wine. Okay, now we're going to make nice and spicy meatballs. And we're just going to roll them. We're not going to make them too big. We're not going to make them too small. You know, you try to make them all the same size. You want them to cook evenly. So, you know, if one is too big, like this one's a little too big, we're going to take some from here. We're going to put it in here. We're going to make that the right size. And then we make this one again. Okay? And you're going to roll them up. So there's 4. And if you have a problem or a question while you're making your meatballs, please put it in your comments and I will get back to you. Okay? And if there's anything special that you want me to make, you can put that in your comments too. And I will look in my recipe book in my head, because I don't use a recipe, because I don't measure things. I just cook. And you got to feel it, you know, like I said before. So if there's something special you would like, I will try to do a video on that so everybody could know. And don't forget, all my ingredients are wholesome. My meat has no antibiotics, none of those hormones, and my vegetables are organic, and my eggs actually come from a local farm. So I really go out of my way, and my cheese is imported from Italy, and I really go out of my way to get good quality food, because you got to start with the best if you want to turn out the best. And if you're cooking for your family, why not? Because we believe that food is our medicine. So when you eat things with preservatives or from a bag or a box, or something that has a word that has an ingredient that has a word so long you can't pronounce it, you don't want to put it in your stomach, in your system. It's really no good for you. So the things with the least ingredients are the best. So here we go. And anything from a box or a bag is processed. And the only thing about this meat that makes it processed is the fact that it's chopped up. But other than that, it's grass-fed, and it's had very little interception with humanity, and that's what you want. The less man has touched it, the better it is, because the more natural and the more wholesome it is. How we doing, Stuffy? You doing good? Awesome. Okay. Down for it. Okay, so this worked out perfectly. We have 4 and 6, so we have 24 spicy meatballs. And I know that is not going to go far enough in my family. So now we have 24 meatballs, and we're going to pop them in the oven at about 400. I am preheating my oven right now, so that as soon as they go in, they're at 400. And the way I know, since I don't time anything and I don't measure anything, the way I know about if they're cooked when you can smell them. When they start to smell good and they're a little browned on the top, you know it's time to take them out. Okay, so now we made our spicy meatballs and we put them in the tray and they're in the oven. You want to keep them in the oven for about 20-25 minutes, depending on your oven. You want to take them out when the top is a little bit brown. Look at them. You don't have to take them out. Just put the light on in your oven and look inside and see if the tops are a little brown. And when the tops are a little brown, you're starting to smell them, they're smelling good, and you're starting to salivate, that's when they're done. See you in a few minutes. And we're back. And Stuffy's been so good, he's been sitting here the whole time, hasn't even barked. So this is how your meatballs look when they're all done. Beautiful. And maybe you like yours without the little browning on top, but it's good to cook them well, because even if you like your meat medium rare, meatballs need to be cooked thoroughly, especially since they have egg in them. So you cook them like you cook your meatloaf. But because they're smaller, of course, it cooks a little faster than your meatloaf cooks. So I'm now going to take the meatballs and we're going to put them in the platter, and I'll see you in 1 minute. So now we took the spicy meatballs out of the oven and we're going to put them on a platter, and you're going to make it look nice when you serve, because you know when you serve, whether it's your family or customers or friends, you need to serve with elegance and charm and make your table look like it's a restaurant. When my father used to come to dinner at my house every Thursday, he used to say he was going to the restaurant, because I would try to have my food look like it's delicious, even though it is. And again, you're going to get real Reggio Parmigiano cheese, and you're going to get it in bulk, and you're going to shred it yourself. This way you know it's fresh. And of course, with a meal like this, you're going to have a glass of wine. And I have made some collards here with some garlic and sauce, which I will talk about at another time. And I also made a delicious salad. And we could talk about how to make a delicious salad like this too. So everything, again, is very organic and nutritious. And it's food you love for people you love. Because your food is your medicine, and we have to eat healthy. And it's always good when it's not even healthy, but it's delicious too. So here's to you, hoping that your meatballs are as good as mine came out. How are they, Stuffy? I think he loved it.